Hi guys, I'm Phil Torres. I'm here with Lindsay Moran and Costa Gramatis. Costa, what you got going for us?
Well, let's take a look. Easton LaChapelle, 17 years old. He invented a mind-controlled prosthetic arm. He's trying to hit that $1,000 price point so that more people can have access to prosthetics.
Where do you use your mountain bike? All over where I live, in the mountains.
The beautiful mountains of Colorado, the place where this extraordinary teenager finds his inspiration.
What would be your dream? To like have your own laboratory? Definitely, yeah. I like to make things, so I'm just trying to get out of the prototyping stage and starting to get a final product.
Inspiration that has taken him all the way to the White House. Even the president was amazed by his creation.
I would have never imagined something I made in my bedroom would be shaking hands with the president.
Easton LaChapelle is gaining attention around the world for the creation of a low-cost prosthetic arm that interfaces with the human brain. Completely self-taught, Easton designed and fabricated his arm in his bedroom lab here in Mancos, Colorado.
I'm hoping to give someone a functional prosthetic arm for under $1,000. The actual first hand is made out of electrical tubing. This works, but it's more of a proof of concept. I wanted to get more human shape, and that's a big thing for prosthetics is psychologically it has to be appealing to the user and also to others. So I started learning 3D modeling software, CAD, and from there I actually 3D printed one of the first hands, which is on this arm. One of the first things I had to do was toss a ball. 3D printing is an amazing technology, and it's evolving so fast.
You printed all of the parts for these arms and hands in your room.
Right. Yeah, and this is my primary printer, and with this, I'm able to print extremely large parts with extreme detail.
I think a lot more people are taking notice of what he can do on a 3D printer, and to realize his vision of making a prosthetic arm at a very low cost.
He is a self-starter, and he totally figured it out himself. Apparently his room has become where creativity just took off. It was happening right under our nose.
This main sensor detects about 10 different channels of your brain. The sensor's also capable of detecting facial gestures. So I combine all three of those into getting a really cool, accurate result.
So what do you have to think now? Nice to meet you, robot. Who's one of your big mentors in all this?
Mary at the hand clinic, she helped me understand the limitations of the human hand and where I need to surpass and where I need to increase the functionality.
Easton!
Hi!
Yay!
All of us, of course, right away, really took to such a young kid who's a pretty cool kid who's also into what we do.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely show you mechanically what the limits are. I learned from anatomy, so I looked at a lot of anatomical drawings. That's actually when I came to you, is I was trying to understand the human limits of the arm and find all the boundaries. And then within that, I want to capture all that and eventually, hopefully, surpass human strength.
This is all driven by inner passion about this particular project. You should come here and spend time in the clinic and see patients who are needing help.
Because that's one of the hardest things is, you know, half the information I know about prosthetics, I would have never found online.
Well, if he manages to make a external prosthetic device for under $1,000, the most meaningful thing that Easton taught me is how a person can go so far with an idea and have that idea help humanity.
Easton's accomplishments earned him an internship at NASA.
I'm working at Johnson Space Center down in Houston, Texas, and I'm working on the Robonaut project, which is it's a really fascinating, cutting-edge, telerobotic astronaut. It could have potential to replace the astronaut within the future. I'm just about to, you know, make the next generation of the arm, which, you know, could evolve into who knows what. It could change people's lives.
If I can, you know, go through my life, doing what I'm doing now, that would be a dream. And if I can help people and change people's lives along the way, that would just be a you know, an extra bit.
So clearly a young man who's changing the way we look at prosthesis, very motivated. He's going to meet his goal. What do you guys think?
I'm just thinking that if I were a teenage kid and I had that kind of smarts to be able to create something, I probably would create something with nefarious purposes. But the fact that he's doing something good. He's trying to make affordable prosthetics, which we really need, or many people really need.
It seems like he's so inspired and driven and passionate about this, which is really kind of what you need to succeed in science. Well, that's it for TechKnow this week. Amazing stuff today, guys. See you all on the road.
TechKnow's world never stops. Dive deep into these stories